Thank you for tuning in to Mastering the Math of Business with Lauren Young. Today we're going to be talking about uncertainty. Uncertainty is a problem. It's a problem for all of us. It's a problem whether you're an employee, you're a parent, you're a child, whatever you're doing. Uncertainty is just part of life. And uncertainty in business can be a real challenge. It can be a challenge in that no one, particularly business owners, ever set out to have today be worse than yesterday. Yet this is a common occurrence for most businesses, particularly when uncertainty is high within the management team and within the owner. Certainty leads to recognizing what needs to be done differently, what needs to be started, what needs to be stopped to make circumstances better. That's what certainty does. And the important point to keep in mind here is that uncertainty exists across the world. In any business, there is always some degree of uncertainty. I don't care if you're the world's largest corporation or you're the smallest business in your neighborhood or community, there is uncertainty. And the difference between those who cope and deal well with uncertainty and those that don't really comes down to the math of business. It's what this whole series of videos is about. It's about helping people master the math of business so that they can have less uncertainty in their lives. Less uncertainty leads to less stress and more money. This is a visual that was created for this first book, Owning a Great Business. And it's figure 2. And the thing that is brought out with this figure is that every single business has some element of this going on. And the challenge is that in big corporations, they have what's called the division of labor. In other words, they have people with very narrowly defined jobs that they only do a certain thing. So any one of these things would be with one person or one group of people who that's all they do. Whereas in a small business, you've got most of them, it's the owner that does the bulk of these things. They hire a few people to help out, but for the most part, they're doing everything. And the challenge is that if they fail to do it well, they're going to cost themselves some serious money. If they do it well, in other words, if they convert these investments through really sound decisions across this array of decision needs, they can make money. And many of them can make very good money. Unfortunately, too many, because there's uncertainty, and this becomes more like a black box as opposed to informed decisions based on understanding the math behind what things cost and how things can help a business. They get more of this than they get of that. So let's go on and let's put two businesses in front of you, because one of the things one of the points I'm trying to make here is that there are certain things that help you know whether business A or business B is the better business to own. So, for example, both business A and business B start off with $105,826 in the bank. That's their beginning bank balance for, let's just say, month 4 of a 12-month year. And business A ends month 4. In other words, their ending bank balance is $48,953. So that becomes month 5's beginning bank balance. And guess what? The same is true for business B. They end month 4 with $48,953 in the bank. So the question is, which business A or business B, would you rather be in? Well, if your answer is, I don't know, there's not enough information, that's the best answer here, because there isn't enough information. But here's a key piece that would minimize the uncertainty and help you have more confidence. And so now put yourself in the position as you look at the numbers. So here's the beginning and ending bank balances. Business A ends month 4 with an unknown. They don't know what's going to happen because they don't have a cash management system in place. So they're not projecting what their cash inflows and cash outflows are going to be. They're just going month to month. So that's business A. Business B knows it's going to be a slow month. They're going to actually burn through more cash than they will end the month with, but that's okay because they know where their cash is going, and so business B is projecting their ending cash position to be $50,422. So what's the result? Well, we know the result is $48,953, and here's the key. Both of these businesses burned through the same amount of money. The difference is business B expected to burn through a little less than what they did. So in other words, they spent roughly $1,500 more than they planned, but that's a whole heck of a lot better than it being a mystery. In other words, it being what I like to consider a black box. Who knows? It's like when you went to the fair and you could spend $5 and buy the mystery bag. And sometimes you would get something worth a heck of a lot more than $5, but most of the time it was worth much less. The point is uncertainty is aggravated when you're not making projections, when you're not anticipating what's going to happen. And so never be a part of business A, because business A is one that's just flying by the seat of their pants and they have no idea what's going to happen. And this is where the call to action is significant for me. A business with uncertain ownership will have employees who are confused, disorderly, and out of control. I've seen it time and time again. Also, business owners who struggle with tight cash flow rarely experience an unplanned cash windfall. It just doesn't happen. What they experience is just a whole heck of a lot more stress as things continue to unravel around them. As their stress levels go up, their anxiety becomes just unpalpable, and the dysfunction around them just makes things worse and worse. The reality is they're going to have some combination of these three things happening. They're not selling enough, they're spending too much money on expenses, and they're more than likely carrying too much debt based on what they're able to sell. This is the complexities that enter into a business and create greater complexity. The invitation is to go to business-cpr.com and take a look at 5 areas that will help you learn how to better control your cash so that you earn profits through better reporting. And that's what is the Business CPR Management System. The Business CPR Management System does show you through these 5 components how to manage the relationship between cash, profits, and reporting. It's the difference between having a business that's struggling and a viable business that is making the money it should and not causing undue stress within the owner and management team of that business. That's what this video is about. It's about helping you realize there are tools and systems available to help you better manage your business. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Mastering the Math of Business with Lauren Young. As always, questions, comments, and suggestions are welcome. Likes are always appreciated, and subscribers are welcome. Please subscribe, and let's continue to connect through Mastering the Math of Business. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.